Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice With Me. We're still working in the Standard of Excellence Book 1, and today we're on page 22. It was just a nice day, so I thought, let's play outside today, right? Okay, so we have the warm-up, and we have the note G, which I think we've learned this before. I think it was towards the beginning of our book. I know for sure we hit it towards the beginning of our actual lessons. So just in case you need a reminder, it's thumb down and then 3 fingers here, pinky up, and then pinky down on our right hand. And then the note below is F, and it's the same fingering as our higher F, but just lower air. So move your lower jaw and lips back for lower notes. Oh, that is so much easier to explain than what I was trying to explain. I'm sorry if I created any confusion. So, you know, that just kind of takes a lot of practice from going back and forth to and from the octaves. So I just take time to just practice that out. Yeah, that'll probably just help you the most if you just keep doing that here and there. Okay, anyway, back to our warm-up. So, looking at what we have, what key signature are we in? That's the key of C. No sharps, no flats. What is our time signature? 3/4. So there are 3 beats in our measure. And then they wrote in the flats. So we have an A flat, and A flat throughout. What is our dynamic? Forte. And that means loud. Great job. And then at the end, what do we have at the end? A repeat. Where does this repeat take us to? The beginning. How did we know? Because there's nowhere else that shows us where the repeat goes to. So if we can't find the other repeat, it goes to the beginning. All right, let's play, shall we? And remember, it's in 3. 1, 2, 3. And I was playing in 2. I'm sorry. So it's 3, 3, 3. It's all slurred. All right. My apologies for my mistake. All right, let's do this again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. How did you do? I didn't pull enough air in for that breath mark, and so I was really pushing it towards the end. Were you able to do those whole sections without a breath? It's so important to breathe from our diaphragms and breathe in as much as we can when there's those breath marks. So let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. That previous time, I forgot the repeat too. I am off my game today, but I'm only human just like you are. So mistakes still get made once in a while. Let's do it one more time with repeat, shall we? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. How did you do that time? Did you remember the repeats? Did you get the A flats? Did you take enough air in for the breath marks and be able to make it whole all the way through? Those are just things we just got to practice throughout time. It's really important to be able to grab all that air because it's not, if you're doing this, that is not good at all. You want to be able to hold all those notes out, because as we get more advanced, our notes will get crazier, and we can't be breathing every time notes change. We can't be breathing every measure. You just can't do it. So make sure you really practice on breathing from the diaphragm, having that air control, and be able to hold things out a little longer. All right, moving on. Next, we're going to learn A, higher register A. And so that is thumb down. You got your index and middle for your left hand, and then pinky only on the right hand. And it sounds like this. Go ahead and give it a try. Great. Okay, and then we have B flat, which is in the same form of register. And so B flat is thumb, index, and then index and pinky. It's just like our lower B flat, but it's the same thing. You just got to make the air move a little faster. Okay, so looking at our song, what key signature is this written for? It's written for C, no sharps, no flats. Even though we can see ahead that the B flat, or the B, is marked with a flat. Okay, and then talking dynamics. What do we have? What's happening? It starts with a forte, which means loud. And then in measure 3, it becomes piano, which means soft. And then back to forte, and back to soft. What is our time signature? 4/4 there, 4 beats in the measure. And what's that little fella at the end? That's the fermata, so you'll need to watch for the cutoff. All right, let's play, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. How did you do? It should be easier to hit those registers because we started off there. So the F is already a higher F. So we should already kind of feel comfortable. We don't really have to change much with our embouchure to hit those registers right now. All right, let's play it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. Let's do it one more time for good luck. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. All right. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? We're not really learning anything new for this exercise. So, what key signature is this written for? Key of C. It's written with no sharps or flats. Next, what is our time signature? Common time, and that is 4/4. 4 beats to the measure. All right, looking ahead, what is our dynamics here? We have a forte right off the bat. And that means loud. Do our dynamics change at any point in the song? It does not. We will be loud and proud for the whole thing. Okay, what else do we see? What is that thing above that first note we have? That's an accent. So we push it hard. We have that a couple times in the song, so we'll have to watch for that. And there's a couple flats written in there. What note is this flat written for? B, so that means those B's are B flats. Okay, I think that pretty well covers everything. All right, let's give it a go, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you do? I had one mess up. Do you think you know where it is? I did not hit the accent on that last note. I took a breath and it kind of threw me off. All right, let's do it again though, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, that was much better. Let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right, we earned an achievement. Let's take a look at what it is. So that was exercise 87. Let's see, we covered notes, rhythms, and accents. That we sure did. That we sure did. If you're struggling with anything, please let me know in the comments and we'll go over it. All right, but moving ahead, we're gonna hit the B major scale. You remember back from some of our previous practices that we were talking about getting ready for the scales? So the scales, they're endless, or so they feel. Every key that we have is also part of a scale. We have major scales and minor scales, and then there's a couple others, but that's for way later. And then the chromatic scales. Those are the three main ones that we'll eventually be going over. And eventually we'll go over the harder, more complicated ones too. But for now, just starting, B flat major scale. That's usually the one we'll use for warm-ups and tuning and that kind of stuff. So let's just learn it. All right, and this is something we're gonna want to learn to memorize later too. So make sure you practice this one a lot. It's super important. It never goes away. It'll be here forever. So we'll have to for sure get comfortable and get used to it. All right. Oh, so okay. So our key signature. What key signature is this? B flat, as it states in the title. And you know, we have B flat and E flat. What is our time signature? 4/4. 4 beats to the measure. And we're gonna play loud. And towards the end there we have divided chords. That's not usual when we're playing by ourselves. But, you know, just for learning and to have fun, we're going to do it. We also have the fermata at the end, so watch for the cutoff. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Sorry, I forgot to mention we were both playing the top part, but hopefully you figured it out since that's normally the way we go. Okay, and then there's the word arpeggio in there. So just that was right there, that's an arpeggio. So it goes by the thirds, and then coming down, you go down a whole step and then down by the thirds. Okay, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right, let's do it again, but this time when we do the divided chords, let's both play the bottom part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. wonderful. How'd you do? If you're struggling with this, please let me know in the comments. We'll go over it. This is super important to get. All right, let's do it again, both bottom part. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay, this time let's do the divided part. So you'll play the top part and I'll play the bottom part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Let's swap parts. So this time you'll play the bottom part and I'll play the top part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right, so there are some extra exercises it wants us to do. So turn to page 40. This is exercise 88. So we're going to do 88A and 88B. So looking at 88A, we're still in the key signature of B flat. And we're still in 4/4. We just have a little bit different rhythms going on here. So let's just give it a shot, shall we? And watch your slurs and your tonguing. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that was kind of fun. So a lot of this, I'm actually sight reading it here with you, and that was one of them. How did you do with that? It felt a little fast for when we're first learning. Did you feel that way? Let's do it again, but we'll slow it down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did that feel better since we slowed it down? Let's take it back up to speed, shall we? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. This is a great exercise to play, just because it gets us a little in practice with our skills of coming up and down. The eighth notes are big, because later as we get more advanced, those eighth notes, they're going to become kind of a simple thing and you're going to miss them. All right, but for now, moving on. So 88B, it's still in the key signature of B flat, still in the time signature of 4/4. We're still kind of working on just going up and down a little bit, and we have just a different combination of rhythms now. So let's just give it a shot, shall we? And this time, I'll start it off a little slower. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. How did you do? This felt more like an embouchure exercise, didn't it? Between going from B flat, then going to B to C, B flat to D, B flat to E, and we're just slowly getting higher, which means we have to, change our embouchure up a little bit to make the air go in the direction we want it to. So this is more of a mouth exercise, but it's super important. So let's do it again. A little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? Also on these, you can kind of hear, since we're slurring, where some of our fingers may be lagging. So mine sounds a little messy when it's B flat to D, doesn't it? But it helps us recognize where we need to work. So that's also important. All right, let's do it one last time, a little bit faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. That's a great exercise. So I recommend going back to that one a few times too. All right, but for now, let's go back to page 22. And now we're on exercise 89. So looking at our piece, what key signature is this in? This is E flat. And that consists of B flat, E flat, A flat. What is our time signature? It's 3/4, 3 beats to our measure. And we have a pickup note this time, which means when I do the count off, it's 1, 2, play. Okay, what about our dynamics? What dynamics do we have? It's forte, and that is loud. Okay, and we have a repeat sign. Where does this repeat sign take us to? It's technically the first measure. Since the pickup is not an entire measure, it's not counted as a measure. And then we have the first time and the second time. So our book is reminding us, go back to the first repeat sign. Go back, and then when we hit where it says 1 on our go around times 2, you hit 2. Okay, let's play, shall we? Ready? And remember, we have the pickup note. 1, 2. Wonderful. How did you do? We had a couple slurs in there. Nothing too bad, and we had the tie at the end. Did you remember to repeat? Did you know where to repeat? All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2. Great job. Let's do it one more time for good luck. Ready? 1, 2. Wonderful job. Did you have any troubles with that one? All right, let's move on to the next one. This one does not have a song title nor a composer, because the composer is you. All right, so the book says, using the giving rhythms, draw in the notes to complete the melody. Title and play your composition. So we see here that the end of some of our measures are missing notes, but the rhythm is written on the top here. You see that? So the first measure is complete. The second measure, it wants us to do 1 quarter note at the end. Then the next measure, a quarter note. The next measure is complete, and then complete. Then we have 2 8 notes, and then it wants us to do 2 8 notes and a quarter. And then the next measure, a quarter is written, a quarter is written, and it wants us to do 2 8 notes. And then the end is a dotted half note. So go ahead and write in what note you think would work best in this song, or write your notes in. And while you're doing that, I want to give a quick reminder to hit that subscribe, like, and notification button so you don't miss any of our practices. Practice makes perfect, so we don't want to miss any. Okay, so you don't have to tell me what notes you wrote in. Just play them when it comes to time. All right, ready? Oh, let's go over what we have. So our key signature is B flat, which consists of B flat and E flat. Great. What is our time signature? 3/4. So there are 3 beats to the measure. Okay, now let's play. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Did my notes throw you off? We're not the same person, so I probably had notes that were different than yours, or I might have had some that were the same. But for the parts that we have actually written, how did you do? Did the melody and the rhythms make sense? Let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oops, I messed up. Let's start that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great, that was much better, wasn't it? Let's do it one more time for good luck. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. All right, we're on to our last exercise of the night. Also, I don't know why I thought playing outside was a good idea. It started off nice. I live in Florida, so it's really hot. Oops. All right, we just got to make it through this last exercise. Okay, so what is the key signature for this one? Key of C. There are no sharps, no flats. What is our time signature? 2/4. So that means we have how many beats in the measure? 2 this time. Great. All right, looking else ahead, what are our dynamics? We have the F, which means forte, and forte means loud. Great. Okay, and we have some slurs in here, so we'll need to pay attention to those. And it looks like the B's in here, they wrote flats in here, so our B's are flats. Okay, ready? 1, 2. How did you do? I probably should have started that a little slower since there were several 8th notes. What am I talking about? Let's do it again a little bit slower. All right, ready? 1, 2. that better? Let's do it for our last time, back up to speed. Ready? 1, 2. Alright, I had a mess up a couple measures ago. You know what that means? We gotta play it again. Alright, ready? 1, 2. Great, that was so much better. I can't believe how far we're getting. I'm so proud of you. Please keep up the great work. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you guys later.